So here we are at American Megafauna again. Of course, just after I said I'm not going to do things step by step, the first thing I do is I pull a card, and it's another genotype transfer, which those are kind of cool. So I kind of wanted to look at it. Reptile side, I can get to this kind of bird thing as long as size is small enough. It's got a nice combination, including water, ability to crack armor, and double speed. Speed means it's hard to eat, which is very cool. And then over here, got some kind of primate physiology. I've been told physiology never hurts you to have. Not sure how helpful it is. It's not clear that it's valuable on the board. And W is wild. That means that the user can choose what they want. It stays as that, I believe, but it's a valuable option as well. We also get a Milankovitch on T, which means biomes with tree type thing are going to grow, and all the bridges switch, which means I'm going to be dropping some coins. These are flooding. Meaning that stuff can't cross over as easily. Now that's not a big deal because there's no biomes here right now in any of those spaces, so I guess that's safe. Now, what else do we... Let me take care of that growing too. I forgot that. The tree things. Well, I don't think there are many. I know I saw... Oh, it's hard to see things once they shift. So like this guy's going to grow, but now he doesn't have one visible. You got to kind of look for... This guy does not. You got to make sure you're on the 2 side when you go looking, I guess. This guy. This is weird. I don't understand why it has... it's sand dunes. I'm not quite sure why it has multiple biomass levels, because essentially nothing lives there. It should just probably be a 4 like these guys are, I think. But maybe there's some tiebreaker value in there that matters what biomass it's on. I don't know. Alright, I'm going to go into bidding on this, and I'll probably come back at the end of the turn briefly. So I haven't gotten to migration yet. I just want to show you how crowded the world has gotten from population expansion. Dogface is out of counters. Now I cheated, it turns out. Movement is not your size, but is based on your size. I didn't understand this from the new version. I didn't comprehend it when I read this one, apparently either. 1 hex movement here, 2 hex movement if you're size 3 or greater. I do vaguely remember that. It didn't sink in correctly. So some things spread out more than they should have. Given how good a simulation this is, it's kind of a shame. Give him his money back. He didn't spend it. The guy who ended up with the birds, or the primates, but he ended up with little birds, and he's made them not carnivores. His main thing is a carnivore. He's changed his birds. You know, they're semi-carnivores probably, with armor cracking. Unlikely that there are a lot of armored plants, but okay. Snails and stuff like that count, and that's what they're really designed for. Alright, I'm going to go through the expansion. This is going to be kind of painful. And again, this is always in the same player order. That's a kind of unpleasantness to me. So here we are at the end of the turn, and things are a lot more sane in terms of how many pieces there are. But a lot of things died for that to happen. As we can see, these piles are a lot thicker. What are we seeing a lot of? Well, good old Dogface is getting advantages because of his size. Two-Tusker would beat him in a lot of areas otherwise because of more teeth, but Dogface is finding little places where size is the niche and getting the advantage there. We're also seeing some inedible stuff in terms of there's no predators who can eat it, taking valuable locations. So we got turtles showing up here and here, and the predators just don't know what to do with them. Likewise here. And we've got the birds over here who managed, because of their speed niche advantage, to take control of that, being inedible to anything because nothing here has the double speed that they have. So, on to the next card, I guess. The card for this turn is Gizzard Stone Foregut Digestion, which would provide some competition for Dogface, who so far has been ruling the G's. I'm not seeing a lot of change here, not a lot of motion. Dogface and Two-Tusker are fighting over their area, and it's kind of settling into who deserves what. Two-Tusker gets wherever Dogface doesn't have an advantage. Dogface gets grazing, and anywhere size is the issue because he got that jump and is a size higher. But he's got to keep building himself up, or Two-Tusker will beat him there too. On the other hand, Dino Croc is beating Proto Croc everywhere. We'll see Dino Crocs here. There's almost no, it's gone. There's almost no Proto Crocs left. There's just a few sitting back here, and it's basically a matter of Dino hasn't been able to kill them yet by hunting their area. He's only got X amount of pieces, but he's getting chased out by inedibles like turtles. And, well, the birds don't really count, but there's a lot of turtles down here. 3 hexes dominated by turtles. This one only supports 1 because the biomass is only 1, which is kind of cool. Alright, on to the next card. I'll flip it up and we'll start. Olfactory bulb receptor sequence. Bloodhound. Gives you nocturnal and a physiological trait, and is more mammal based. Alright, well, that sounded interesting. Well, Dogface bought the card. We only got it for 2, which isn't bad given that it would have been very interesting to either the predators to shift down to being able to live in, say, nocturnal and physiology areas. I've moved or migrated all of the herbivores, and we see something interesting. So the new version is better at this, indicating roadrunners. They're a different color, and is a roadrunner ability. That means to eat dog faces, you have to be nocturnal. Well, nothing else is nocturnal. So all these areas where Dogface is dominating, and now this one they're going to be, the carnivores are not going to be able to eat them. Uh-oh. I'm going to move the carnivores as they realize, whoa. Alright. So the net effect of all that was that Proto-Croc went extinct. This is going to become the new archetype. Now, we're supposed to switch the tents because this is, you know, his position. I'm going to try and remember that these are turtles because they look like turtles. If they didn't look so similar, if it wasn't so clear, I would do the switch. But these are going to be the new archetype for that card or line or family or whatever. We see a lot less predators in total. We also see that the Two-Tusk has wandered into the ocean and driven aside the squid thing because it has the advantage of being nocturnal, which is good there. Nocturnal is good here too, but it would need the M and the A, and it doesn't have those. Here it can eat for nothing. And that's happy for Dino Croc, because Dino Croc can eat 2 Tuskers. Dogface has definitely moved a little bit, I guess. He's taken this. But other than that, things are largely the same. Alright, let's go to another card. And now we're in the Jurassic period. These periods don't seem to mean a thing. I noticed one thing. Okay, I'll go into this in a moment. It's going to be a speed card. Those are cool. And it's guts, and everybody has room for guts right now. High stamina muscular diaphragm. That sounds yummy. One of the errata or suggestions or whatever, I don't know where to put these, put this card's over there, for in the expansion, is that in 4 and 5 player games, you should add an extra card to the Mesozoic and draw 2 cards per turn. That may be a balance thing. I don't really mind if the game doesn't play out well that way. Alright, and we see that Dogface has invaded this ocean here. And because of his nocturnal abilities, he's able to defeat the Tusker. And yet another space that's unavailable for carnivores. There's only 2 carnivore spaces on the board. They're the 2 spaces with the Tuskers up there and there. That's it. Everything else is too hard to eat right now. And we've got people holding cards. They've got a speed card. That's not really useful. They don't want to play it on their turtle. Just, it doesn't help it much. Plus that would be silly, huh? And this guy has a grazing card, which isn't really useful to him. But if he gets another, in both cases, if they get another genotype to spawn off, then it becomes more interesting. And maybe they can start investigating new territories. I'm not going to turn the card up because I'm going to zip this, this one up to you.